Welcome to the Vintage IC-22 series channel, where all we do is talk about IC-22s. Anyway, here's the PLL board out of the 22S. Unfortunately, its PLL is not working correctly. It won't lock up. It's running at the wrong frequency. There's something really wrong in it. And someone put epoxy inside this box, so I can't really fix it. Here's the diode board for setting the frequencies before. And this actual switch arrangement, which is the dial here, is actually a lot better for me when I want to plug it into this thing, which is a cheap old Arduino Nano. Here's an SI5351 that's doing the actual LO, so it's generating 135.910 megahertz. And here's a third order filter that I bashed together with a pair of 22 picofarad caps and a calculated coil of a couple of nanohenries to give a 200 megahertz or 220 megahertz cutoff frequency to clean it up a little bit. And that's then feeding into the LO input of the radio. And if you look up here, you can see the 135.91 megahertz signal coming in. Up here, I've got the radio listening to that. It's using my outside antenna, but I'm talking into a load. And if I pick up the handset and say, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, you can hear myself coming out of my other transceiver just fine, and it's working. And that's without the PLL or anything like that. And so in many respects, this one's actually simpler than the 22A because I only need to have one LO. Basically, the switch on the front that does the duplexing basically is just a pin that ends up on this board here, and it just alters the 600 kilohertz for the PLL. So all I have to do is pick up that signal, feed it into this, and then whenever that switch is in up or down or in the middle position, I just offset whatever the set frequency is for receive or transmit, because that's effectively what that does. And then yeah, I can just pick up the switch matrix out of this thing, feed it into there and detect what channel you want to have and program in the appropriate frequency. And the manual, if I find it over here, the manual actually gives you all of the 135 megahertz frequencies depending on which frequency you want. So if I want 146775, I just need to generate 136.075, and that will give me 775. And because 775 is 675, or is it 175? Sorry. So on transmit, I can just say 135.475, and I'll end up on the input of the Bethunga repeater. And so, yeah, the receiver works. I mean, I've got it in transmit mode at the moment, but the receiver works fine as well with this current frequency. And I think I'll have another 2-meter radio working very shortly. It won't take long to sort of replace this, get this pap wired up, and away it goes. I can almost make this into a little kit that you could plug in, because realistically, you don't have to modify it. It's all socketed, so you just unplug it, and this just comes out. You can put it back in if you want, but the only thing that's going to be slightly destruction is actually desoldering or cutting off the switch harness. I could probably reuse this board and just take all the diodes off it, so it could be reused, but I'm not sure if I worry about that. But yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at, and that's what I've gotten done tonight. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Anyway, I'll catch you later.